Yeah, we're recording now. Okay, well, let me put the Fraps away. Fraps is being weird with Chrome today. So, hey everyone, I'm sure as you know, Platinum season, well, all of UGC season is into playoff season now. So I figured what I would do, so you could hold me to it, and we could see how well I do at this, is I'm going to try and predict how the tournaments are going to go. So Plat is the only one that's 8 teams, but it's double elimination, so a lot of teams have a lot of chances to get through here. But as far as we know, Esports is Street Hoops Esports is undefeated. Ginyu Force only lost to Street Hoops. Minister Society also did really well. So like these three teams are going to be the powerhouses. So I've never done this before, so it's report score. So I think click this button. Oh, I don't know what their score is going to be. I didn't really think about it. Let's say. So at this high level, I'm pretty sure teams will get to 5 points for the process game. We'll say Blunderful makes like 2 points. No, I'm just gonna predict. Yeah, I'm just gonna predict winners. Fine, I'll predict scores. That's gonna be. Don't hold me to scores. However, I think Dead Ringer Storage is not gonna be prepared for. I think Apocalypse Gaming, they're definitely preparing really hard for this, so I think they're going to be a little bit more serious than DRS will be. But I think they're going to win out. We'll have to see. Ginyu is going to destroy Baby Punching Marathon. I know that much, for sure. I'm not even sure they're going to even get 1 point, but pretty sure Ginyu's going to win that. And then Minis, I think it's going to be a closer game as standards go, but I think Minis should win. Minis should definitely win. What's the next round of matches then? Next round is Viaduct Pro. Okay, so that'll definitely go to 4, whoever wins that one. Street Hoops beat Apocalypse Gaming in the beginning, I'm pretty sure. I wonder if they even played a map like this. Let's find out. Oh yeah, they lost their starting match. Otherwise, they're invincible. Okay. They played AG, right? Yeah. They played them in Swiftwater, but that was it. Okay. Well, hard to say. Swiftwater is a different kind of map than Viaduct. Viaduct is definitely like total DM map. Well, Swiftwater is a lot of strategery. Having a good sniper will generally win you out the map, but it's not necessarily true of Viaduct. I mean, Street Hoops is going to win, but the question is by how much. I think Apocalypse Gaming could take about a game or 2 off of them. And then Ginyu versus Minister Society, that's going to be a tough one. I believe they trounced them. I think they trounced them in their first rounds. Let's find out. Yeah, so their only loss was to Esports. So, what am I looking for again? I'm looking for Minister Society. I know they played. Oh, they won on Lakeside. How much did they win by? 4-0? They 4-0'd them? Well, Lakeside is kind of similar to Viaduct, so we'll give it a 4-0 to Ginyu. Oh, I need to do all these down here too, so let me do that. Dead Ringer Storage. What are they gonna play for that, by the way? Back to the schedule. What does the loser play? Do you play Process again as the loser? I guess so. Okay, so Dead Ringer Storage should be able to win that game. And they kind of trounced lower teams, I noticed, so we'll give it to them. I don't really know either of these teams, to be honest. I didn't watch a Barney in the Ganks game at all. Baby Punching Marathon had not really problems, but they just weren't the best of the best. I mean, they're a good team, they're just not the best. So, do they have the same record? Because I really don't know anything about Barney and the Ganks. Barney and the Ganks actually has a better record. Who did they lose to? They lost to DRS. They lost to Ginyu. Okay, so they lost to everybody above them. Did they beat Ganks is the question. I don't think they played. Did they play? They played Baby Punching Marathon? No, okay, they did. They actually lost. 1-5. 3 losses. They lost to Street Hoops, of course, and AG and Barn Blitz. But they beat... This is Deathmark Soldier, who's not in it. The last bosses who aren't in it. Blunderful, who's the 8th seeded team. Okay. Well, I guess history is going to repeat itself. I would give it to Baby Punching Marathon, but I think it'll probably be close. I'm going to give them 3. Okay, and from these games, this is hard to say, but I definitely think the top 3 teams are playing in a better league entirely. I don't think Dead Ringer Storage really has the DM skills to keep up. And from this, they lost to AG already. Apocalypse Gaming I know is preparing pretty hard for this game, so for this tournament. So I feel like their AG is not where they want to be, and I feel like they really want it. So that should be enough to beat Baby Punching Marathon. However, I think it will be a close game because BPM, their losses they had a really tough season, and their losses against some of the highest in the games. So we'll set them up there now. Between these 2 teams, I saw the game. It was a gravel pit game. In esports, handily beat Ginyu Force. It wasn't like a down to the wire kind of situation. They just had a better positioning. They moved forward, like it was almost psychic how well they moved forward together. It was crazy. And it's an upward game, which is also very strategic. But I really think Ginyu's gonna win it out this year. Really think Ginyu's the all-star team of this year, so I'm gonna give it to Ginyu. But it will be close. I mean, there's just no way that they're gonna 2-0 it, I think. So, and from these 2 teams, Minister Society, I just think is once again playing in that higher league. They could even 2-0 it. Between these 2 teams, what is Minister Society's record looking like? Who did they lose to? Oh, yeah, they lost to the 2 top teams. They also lost to Deathmark Soldiers in the pregame, but pregame doesn't count, so preseason. It's hard to say. What is the schedule for this one again? What game will they play for this one? Oh, it's the Big Grand Finals. I don't know. This is such a toss-up right here, I have no idea. Well, eHoops is... We'll give them the respect win for sure, but I really don't know. And I think Ginyu's gonna win it out in the whole thing, so that's my guess. Okay, once they've been submitted, review your results, make the final edits. What happens when I end the tournament? Full results. Cool. Yeah. Alright, so Kiri back for UGC Gold predictions now. Now, instead of double elimination, it's single elimination, so Gold's really tough. If you've been following the season at all, 7 Years Dungeon has just done an incredible job. Now, they did lose one finally, but they blew through all the top competition, including Crank Gaming, who is a bunch of, as far as I know, old Open players for ESEA, which is probably the highest level of play. Well, Open is not the highest division, but ESEA is an actual like money match game. So people will take that one really seriously, and those games get really, really good. So they've just been blowing through gold. Like, they've been destroying a lot of teams. EVM's also pretty good, and so is Stag Party. Everyone else here, though, is kind of up in the air. Like, everyone else here is kind of in the same bracket, for sure. So, yeah, if we look at just the rankings for gold, 7 years was destroying everybody. I think they even beat Crank Gaming. Yeah, if we look at their record. Yeah, they won in their Barn Blitz game. A full 2-0. And, like, look at this. Like, 2-0, 5-0, 2-0, 2-0, 4-0, 2-0, 5-0. They've just been dominating every players they played against. They played against EVM, they played against For the Metals, played against Misfit Mercenaries, they played against Stag Party, and they beat everybody concisely. And so that they're easily the strongest players right now. They lost against Zed, who is Ace in the Gamers, right? Yeah. Ace in the Gamers, but those guys have had a few losses. They lost to Stag Party for the Metal, Crank Gaming, they got destroyed, as you can see. And Crank Gaming is also really good. So both those teams are definitely going forward. 7 Years Dungeon will probably 5-0 down to fight, without a doubt. I've never even casted a down to fight game. But if they're sitting 16th right now, yeah, if they're 3-5, yeah, they're not. It's pretty much impossible. Same thing with Crank Gaming. The Fellowship, I also haven't casted one of their games, but they should definitely win out here. Let's see. Who next? Okay, so Cuties are good. I like the Cuties. However, Misfit Mercenaries. So the game is processed for the first round here. And as far as I've seen, Misfit Mercenaries is a little bit better about surprising their opponents. And the element of surprise is really important on a map like Process, where they're not always going to know where you're coming from. You can oftentimes shut down their flanks and control the area, and force them and force a crazy play onto them. Now it's going to be close. Cuties will probably take like 3 or something, but I think Misfit Mercenaries will win that round out there. Between Stag Party and the Barking Sharks, Stag Party is just another class ahead. But the Barking Sharks, I just casted a game of theirs. I think they played fairly well, but they're having like some strategic problems, I think. Ace and the Gamers, I'm really not a fan of them. So this is gonna be I'm gonna say it's an upset. I'm gonna give it to Gold Team. So, like Gold Team, I like too. I like their play style. So, 9 in a Million versus Suspiciously Shaped Banana. I like Banana's plays a lot better for the most part, but it will be a close game. We'll give them 2 points, I say. EBM, Something Serious has had problems all season, so EBM is gonna probably destroy them. And In It for the Metal will probably beat Super Dump Trucks for sure. Super Dump Trucks, okay. In It for the Metal is a good team, although I just don't think they're not as good as Evil Beasts and Minions. In fact, I'm pretty sure they lost to them, so let's find out. Who are their losses? They lost to 7 Years. They lost to Crank Gaming. Yeah, they lost to the top 3 teams, so. 0-2 on Badwater. 0-2 on Gravel Pit. 2-4 on Gully Wash, so. They took a few games on Gully Wash. Okay. It's not so bad. What is this one again? What's the schedule for it? Forget. What's after Process? Viaduct. Okay. So EVM's gonna win, but maybe they'll make it close. Yeah, they could make it close, right? 7 Years Dungeon again is totally gonna roll. I mean, they're just way too good. And I think Stag Party again, they're like in the 2nd tier right now, but they're like top of 2nd tier, so they'll probably 4-0 Gold Team, I would think. And I like Suspiciously Shaped Banana, but they already lost to Crank Gaming. Crank Gaming's DM is really, really good, and so a Koth map like this one will really go far for them. And that leaves it up to this, and honestly, it's gonna be the 1 and 2 seed again. Like, I know I didn't have too many upsets here, but in a bracket this big, you will see the top teams rise, I think, for the most part. But there's no stopping Crank Gaming. EBM could lose this game right here. I think probably that's my least safe pick. But 7 years they beat Stag Party, but it'll be close for this one. It'll be a 2-1. This is the upward game, I'm pretty sure. And Crank Gaming and EBM, they played each other, right? This will be close too. So if it's upward, that one's kind of a toss-up. Lost on Barn Blitz. 2-0'd on Barn Blitz. I think I casted that game. Didn't I cast that game? God, I gotta go back and watch that one. Shoot. EBM didn't play Crank Gaming. It's hard to say. Both teams lost on a payload map. EBM lost twice. Oh, wow, they got 0-5 on Gully Wash. I don't know, man. We'll give it to EBM, I say. It's certainly going to be close, though. If EBM beats out 7 years, though, I think. Yeah, 7 years takes it. It won't be easy, but 7 years will take it. So that's my prediction here. I think probably my craziest prediction is this one right here. Ace and the Gamers have, if you look at their record, they've kind of been a top killer for the past couple of weeks. They got Crank Gaming, got For the Metal. Or, well, no, they lost to Crank Gaming, but they got EBM and they got 7 years. They 5-0'd. Oh yeah, they 5-0'd EBM and barely won out against 7 years. So Ace and the Gamers have taken some good games. They lost to Stag Party though. So overall, I think these rankings are probably correct, but I don't know. I'm just not a fan of the Ace and the Gamers style. Gold Team, I mean, they'll probably beat Gold Team, but it's kind of my big upset for this game, I think. Yeah, so that's what I think for gold. Hey, sorry, I'm back. Let me pull that over. And yeah, I forgot to mention a bronze match for Gold League. I forgot about that. Crank Gaming will take bronze for sure. Against Stag Party, yeah. Stag Party and Crank Gaming, they've got a bit of a history, but we can talk about that later. So let's report some scores. If I can just stop selecting shit. There we go. So let's see. Brilliant Minds. Perfect Play. Oop. And they played Sci-Fi, JK, Eegfug, SHM, Denono.tr, Tyro 8, okay. Play Consuelos Cleaners, Hello Kitty Club. Everybody they played is, except for these guys, BQQ, is in it this time around. They're playing Spyro. They beat the best of the best, so I mean, it seems pretty obvious that they're gonna win for sure. They'll probably 5-0, I'm gonna guess. So BM is a good team. Secondhand Mercenaries, they gotta play Turd Lords, yeah. And these are both of my favorite teams, to be honest. I really like watching both these teams, but Secondhand did have a better season. They practiced more, I know that much. Turd Lords, they could take it out though for a while. I don't know, between these, it's a total toss-up. So we're just gonna go 4 and 5. Let's give it to IFA. I don't know, got Go Fast at all. Epic Gamer Friends Unites and Hello Kitty Club. Well, we'll skip that one, we'll come back. Just Kidding is a really good team. The Colored Pylons is also pretty good. I think they're probably a little bit misrepresented here. They lost to JK. Oh, they already lost to them. Well, what game was it? You got 2-0 on Barn Blitz? Okay, well, gotta give it to Just Kidding then, for sure. I think they'll do reasonably well, though. I like Attack on Hwei a lot better than I like Consuelos Cleaners, I would have to say. Oh, nice Unicode here. And Sci-Fi Channel Originals will definitely roll over this game because Sci-Fi is a really good team. Although they did lose to Secondhand Mercenaries, they're much better than this team. Roll the Chat though, I don't know anything about Roll the Chat. They're the 6th place team in Silver, and I have no idea who they are. They lost to Sci-Fi. They lost twice to Sci-Fi. Is this Spyro? No, I don't know who that is. Looks like these guys kind of stopped playing after a while. They lost to Hello Kitty Club. Okay. Beat God though. Beat Killer Pilot. I don't know. Tyroid's a good team. Tyroid's a good team. Why are they 11th place though? Who did they lose against? They're only 1 game behind. Not that many points behind either. You're 1 point behind them. And they lost to Sci-Fi. Yeah, I knew that much. They lost to JK. They lost to Brilliant Minds. They lost to the top 3 teams, and that's it. I mean, yeah, these guys are definitely like killers in waiting in the wait. I really think they're gonna win that. We'll make it. In fact, I'm so confident I'm gonna give them 1. They'll lose to Sci-Fi though. It'll be close though. Well, hold on. They've already played. Oh, I didn't do this one. We'll give it to Hello Kitty Club. Why not? I don't really know much about either of these teams, but I do remember being impressed with Hello Kitty Club's play. However, they did lose to Secondhand Mercenaries. Secondhand Mercenaries DM is pretty good. Pretty good for their level. Brilliant Minds, of course, will destroy here. You know, this game is closer than it looks. I'm going to give it to Attack on Hue, to be honest. It's going to be a close game, but I think Attack on Hue could easily turn it around. Koth is a great place for upsets, so... Tyroid's going to stop there, though. Sci-Fi is going to beat them. I'm pretty sure this happens. Now, from these guys... I hate to say it, but Brilliant Minds will beat Secondhand Mercenaries, although at this top level... Oh, oops. Can I reset this? Edit. There we go. Yeah, I know. Okay, great. So, Secondhand Mercenaries, they will get beaten by Brilliant Minds. I just think they lost already once, I'm pretty sure. BM has just been playing too good. And Sci-Fi is also... Attack on Hue is good, but I don't know. I think they might start getting burned out. I've always kind of felt like as the season went on, they got progressively a little bit worse as the season went on. I mean, everyone gets better. I just don't think they improved as much as most Silver teams would at this point. So I'm definitely giving it to Sci-Fi here. And because I love him so much, SHM will definitely take bronze here. And this is totally a toss-up. But Sci-Fi has not shown themselves to be as dominant, nearly as dominant. In fact, I think it might even be a 2-0 for BM. So those are my predictions. I hope you like them. We'll have to see how they go down throughout the season. Monday is game day. I've got to catch the results of, let me think, 24 games? And then after that it'll be like, well, people have to do double headers, so it'll be more like 30, and then it'll be like 16-ish, and then it'll be like 8 games, and then it'll be like 4 games. 4, 6-ish games, something like that. A lot of predictions here. I'm sure it's not perfect. This is just my thoughts on the matter, and I'd love to see your predictions. But if you see what I've doing up here, you can go to challenge.com, and you can go TurboCop, put the name of the division you want right here, and then 11 predictions. And you can follow along there. And of course, I have a record of it right here. I guess I should put a link in the description as well. But yeah, those are my predictions. I hope you guys liked them.